Hello and welcome to this new video. My name is Troller and today I will be giving a tutorial on how to be a monarch in Empire Clash. I want this tutorial to be as unbiased as possible, so I will be selecting a recently created server. For example, this one, which is only 11 minutes old. Now, the team I will be joining will be Overseers, which is the smallest one in this case. This is in order to give me a bit of a challenge here. Now that I have joined the team, I'm striking up some small talk, showing that I'm someone who can be voted for during an election. The reason why I'm doing this is because it's always a bad first impression just joining a team then starting an election without a single word. So don't do that. As you can see in my inventory, I have previously prepared myself by stocking it up with 200 wood, 200 iron, 100 gold. You get the idea. This is by no means necessary to get your economy running, but it's always a nice boost to especially the starting phase. Now that I have become Monarch, the first thing I usually do is tell in chat what the game plan is. And since this is a new game, the best course of action will be to focus on economy. Not only because the round just started, but also because we are the smallest and weakest team. So going into war will end badly for us in most of the cases. So in order to make clear our peaceful intentions to the other nations, we of course send to everyone an alliance request and a trade agreement request. Now that this is out of the way, we get to our first main topic, economy. As a monarch, you have the power to issue taxes and wages. Taxes are additional costs the people of your kingdom pay in order to buy stuff in the shops. For example, they want to buy a hunting rifle which costs 150. If you have a 10% tax, they will pay 15 coins extra, and those 15 coins will go to the monarch. Wages, on the other hand, is what the monarch pays every minute to the people of his kingdom. Now, the majority of players, when they're monarch, they prefer to have a 0 or 5% tax combined with 0 wage. This may be a just system, which is precisely why the majority does it, but it's simply just ignoring the useful advantage that wages and taxes provide. You may think that wages have no real use, because the amount paid is so insignificant that no one really profits from it. But that's where you're wrong. Wages have two purposes, and paying people is actually none of them. In this case, I want to have a lot of blacksmiths, but being a blacksmith is not the most profitable job. So what do? I raise the wage of blacksmiths to such a big amount that people have an incentive to become a blacksmith. At the same time, I keep the other wages rather low, so people don't just do nothing but are forced to work if they want to make money. Taxes have even 3 uses. The first one being obviously making yourself money, so you don't need to pay the wages entirely out of your own pocket. The other 2 reasons are less obvious, starting with the second reason being following. Purpose is to discourage a player to buy 16 infantry muskets, for example, to stock up their own bank account cheaply. The final reason only applies if you have trade agreement with other nations. For example, another nation is out of muskets in their own store, so the soldiers are forced to buy those muskets in your capital. They pay those taxes as well, and effectively it's soldiers from another nation that help fund your kingdom, since you can use those taxes to invest into products and wages. To wrap the economic part up, I ordered the blacksmiths to focus the production of gold tools. That way we won't have to deal with resource shortages in the future. The next topic I will be addressing in this video will be territories. While not going for the victory, there are only 5 territories that should interest you. Your capital, the 3 surrounding core territories, and Camp Dogwater. Although Camp Dogwater is just an additional bonus and not worth it to start a war over it. The reason why it's important to focus on core territories is because every core, including your capital, produces 1 crown authority per minute. With crown authority, you can activate the so-called edicts. edicts provide certain buffs to your team for the cost of crown authority. Although I personally advise to not use any edicts if it can be avoided. Instead of activating, for example, mining edict or offensive doctrine just to capture a single territory, you should save up the CA for the endgame. So you have so much CA that you never need to worry about maintaining just a few edicts. And with all the major topics about leading covered, let's return to the economy. Once blacksmiths produced enough gold tools, I ordered the mass production of infantry muskets.
Deja-Vu, I just been this time before. Higher on the beat, and I know it's a place to go. Holding you, and the search is a mystery. Standing on my feet, so hard when I try to be me. Yeah.
The reason why you should prioritize the production of infantry muskets is simple. It's a jack of all trades weapons, and it's rather cheap to make and buy. And while the economy of our own team has been growing, the other teams have been in constant war. Their territorial gains are insignificant as long as they can't capture the capital of another nation. And while they've been fighting it out in wars, our team has been growing from the weakest to the strongest team without anyone noticing. And now your kingdom is ready for the final step: stopping the economic focus and preparing for war. But how you turn your economic kingdom into a war machine is a topic for another video. This is the end of the video. I hope this has been helpful, and thank you for watching till the end. Wish you all a beautiful day.